In this video, we're going to practice some geometry fundamentals. Let's start with the first question. Find three collinear points. This is the first question. Find three collinear points. So it's asking you to find three collinear points. What is collinear? So collinear means points that lie on the same line. So let's go over to this figure and let's find 3 points that lie on the same line. So this line here has 2 points, but this line here has 3 points. 1, 2, 3. That is A, B, C. So our answer is A, B, and C. Here's another one. Name 4 coplanar points. All right, so coplanar. What is coplanar? Coplanar means points that lie on the same plane. So let's go to our figure, and this is our plane, all of this, and let's find the points that lie inside of this plane. So we have 1, 2, 3, A, B, and C, and point E. They are inside of this plane. So these are the 4 points: A, B, C, and E. So this is our answer. Here's another one. Intersection of this figure here, this little symbol here means line. So of line DB and line AC. So what is the intersection of line DB and AC? Well, let's find line DB. Line DB is over here, this line over here, and line AC is this one here, AC, this one. And now, what is the intersection? So if you don't know the meaning of intersection, what does intersection mean? So in geometry, intersection means whenever two lines intersect, you get a point. So this is the point right here. This is where the two lines are intersecting. So our answer for this one is the intersection is point B. Here's another one. So it says a point that is not coplanar with AC. So coplanar. Coplanar means points that are in the same plane. So it says a point that is not. So that means we need to look outside the figure and try to find a point. So the only point that I see is this point here, which is point D. That's our answer. Name a point that is not collinear with line AB. So let's look at our figure and let's find a point that is not collinear to AB. So this is our line AB and these points are collinear. If we look outside over here, we can find this point E, which is not collinear, and also this point D. They're not lying on the same line. So we have two answers over here. We can write point E or point D. Right. Now the next one, another name for BD. So here is BD. This is a line, and another name for BD would be this letter over here, F. So for lines, we can actually name lines using points or using small letters. So this is another name for this point, point F. Here's another one. Another name for CEB. So where is C? C is over here, B is over here, and E is over here. Another name. So first, what is CEB? CEB is referring to the plane over here. And this plane, as previously, the previous question asked to name up the points of the plane, which were A, B, A, and C. All of these are, we can name this plane as, but now look over here. This G is over here alone and is representing this plane. So another name for CEB would be G. What about this one? Find two opposite rays. So you know a ray looks like this, right? And the opposite ray will be the opposite of this ray, like this. So let's find two opposite rays. Well, right, so you see this line over here, we have B and we have C. That's a ray. And this one over here, B and A, would be another ray. So our answer would be ray BC. That's our answer. And ray BA. Why is it BC or BA? Remember, the end point starts at B, so that's why it's BC, and the end point starts at B again, so it's BA. We cannot note this as CA because C is the line that extends forever, the same as this one. A is the line that extends forever. So be careful when noting rays. Let's keep practicing geometry. Another name for line BC. Alright, so let's find line BC. B is over here and C is over here. That is a line. We can exclude the letter A and it will still be a line. So another name for this line here. Alright, so look over here. The little H over here is by the line, right beside the line. So another name for this line would be the letter H. Now, what about this question? A, B, and E are collinear. So this question is simple, but you have to be careful. So A is over here, B is over here, and E is over here. Is it collinear? Remember, what is the meaning of collinear? Collinear means, it means a line and points that lie on the same line. These are points, but as you see, A, B are on the same line, but E is not in the same line, including all these points together. Are they collinear? No. So our simple answer would be a no. Thanks for watching, and always remember to learn something new every day.